We are back. And the truth is, it's been quite a while since you've had to choose between one of two consoles. But with the Steam Deck being announced now, the console wars are officially back. Now you have to think about which console you want to buy and why you're choosing to buy that particular console. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the three major console makers. I'm going to exclude Xbox because they're kind of in a different league now. But the three main console providers, Nintendo, PlayStation, and Steam, just to really understand which one is best for you and best for me or best for families or whatever the case may be. And starting with PlayStation, and the honest truth with PlayStation is there's really no way to get around this, the fact that PlayStation is currently the king of video games. If you're talking about hardcore gaming, if you're talking about gaming for those who love gaming, those who love the history of gaming, those who love the artistry of gaming, those who love the fun of gaming, PlayStation 5 is your best bet for a few reasons. One, because PlayStation is the industry leader in gaming. Every game comes to PlayStation, and not only that, every game comes optimized primarily for PlayStation. And yes, this is something that I've seen with my own eyes when I went down to one of the biggest video game studios in the world to test out a particular game. And the number one console was PlayStation. And as a matter of fact, there was one console that wasn't even present at all because it just already gave up on it. But it does mean that if you own a PlayStation, you can always expect that your games are going to run smoothly with very little issues, other than some issues that we know some companies are kind of prone to. But also with the PS5, PlayStation gives you the most amount of options for whatever gaming you want to do. If you want a regular box with a disc player, PlayStation gives you that. If you want a slim version of the PS5 with no disc, PlayStation gives you that. And if you want a beefed up version of the PlayStation with the PS Pro, PlayStation gives you that. PlayStation just gives you so much options for what kind of gaming you want to do. Plus, PlayStation also has one of the best handheld consoles in the marketplace, because it only costs $200 and it also comes cloud capable. So you can actually do all of your PS5 gaming on a simple $200 device, and nobody else will give you that. Secondly, PlayStation exclusives. Yes, this is going to be the biggest difference when it comes to PlayStation and other companies, because when it comes to exclusives outside of Nintendo, because Nintendo does something very particular. But for video games for all ages, including adults and more adult themed, PlayStation is the best bet for that. Exclusives like The Last of Us, right? God of War, Helldivers. PlayStation has so many exclusives that if you want to get into a video game ecosystem where they deliver everything for you in one simple package where all you gotta do is pay one price and that's it, PlayStation is the home for that. And thirdly, PS Plus. PS Plus continues to get better and better and better. Is it as good as other services like maybe Game Pass? No, it's not, but given that PlayStation is the leader in gaming and they give you a ton of really good exclusives, hey look, nobody has better exclusives in the marketplace right now than PlayStation. That combined with the fact that they give you so many options as far as how much do you want to spend per box, I just think PlayStation is just kind of undeniable as the leader in gaming and the company that will offer you a one-stop shop for all of your gaming if you choose to go that route. However, let's talk about Nintendo, because Nintendo does offer one really critical thing that most other companies never offer you. That is the innovation that comes with being a Nintendo gamer. It is part of Nintendo's core DNA, and I keep saying this, that they need to innovate and they keep innovating. So if you're thinking to yourself, what company is going to give me the most different experience as far as gaming? The answer was, is, and as far as we know, until something changes, it will always be Nintendo. Quite frankly, nobody can match Nintendo's tenacity in making sure they deliver an experience so good and so unique that it is undeniable. Secondly, Nintendo has some of the best back catalogs of any gaming company, period. And yes, Nintendo does give you this. Yes, you got to pay for it. Just like everything else, you got to pay for it. But we do got to keep in mind that when it comes to services, Nintendo is actually the cheapest services. And for what you get, I mean, you can get the back catalog of GameCube, Super Nintendo. What else was there? The Nintendo Wii. All those games, Nintendo offers those to you, and those are some of the best games in gaming history, period. And being able to have access to that kind of information at the tip of your fingers is extremely good and makes Nintendo a must-have console for gamers. Honest truth is, I feel no shame in saying that I own a Nintendo Switch 2, and I have not touched it in about 3 months, but this is the power of Nintendo. They'll give you a console, and you may not touch it for 3 months, but the time is coming because Nintendo always releases one game, not just one game, at least 3 games per year where if you're not playing these games, you are absolutely missing out. If you are somebody who loves gaming, not just for current gaming, but the history of gaming, I do think Nintendo is some of the best in the nostalgia of gaming. And Nintendo is extremely good at being able to give you all of that package in one complete package, even though, yes, Nintendo does a lot of things that will make you scratch your head and go, what are you doing, Nintendo? But at the end of the day, when it comes to innovation, when it comes to nostalgic gaming, and when it comes to just the fundamentals of gaming, no one is better than Nintendo. Prime example, game of the year, my game of the year is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Why? Well, because Donkey Kong really goes back to the very roots of gaming. It's simple, but it is so much fun and it is extremely innovative. That's what Nintendo will give you. So now let's move on to Steam, because here's where things will undoubtedly get a little bit interesting. 1, Steam is new in the marketplace. 2, Steam doesn't have a lot of exclusives. Yes, they have Portal through Valve. I mean Valve, when I say Steam, I'm talking about Valve. They have Portal 1 and 2. We don't know if there's a 3 coming. They have Half-Life 1 and 2 and the VR Half-Life. And we're pretty sure there's a 3 coming, but we can't really confirm that. And I believe there's also Deadlock. Is it called Deadlock? Yeah, it's called Deadlock. It's a mobile shooter that's not really that popular yet, but it could pop off. And I also believe they own Dota, right? I believe Valve owns Dota too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they do. Outside of that, Valve is not really a video game publisher. So the question is, are they going to expand their publishing house just to get more exclusives out there, or are they banking on other things? So let's talk about what those other things are. The number one factor that's going to make Steam immediately competitive is the fact that a lot of gamers, and at this point, I'm willing to say that most gamers have a very sizable Steam library. And again, this is the aim. Steam wants to take all those libraries and put it into a box, right? But again, remember, everybody else is doing the same thing. So how is Steam really going to prove itself to be above Nintendo and Sony? In truth, that is still to be determined, but I have to say, we cannot sleep on Valve, because Valve is just a really good gaming company and they've been very stable for a very long time. And it seems that now is the time where they're really ready to jump out of that water and just show everybody that yes, they are the new dogs in town. The truth is though, Sony is going to be extremely hard to overcome. So why get a Steam engine? Steam engines. Because you want to choo-choo down the train tracks, obviously. But why get a Steam machine? I believe right now the only reason seems to be if you own a big Steam library and you want to take that to the living room. Outside of that, I'm not seeing a lot of reasons why people would want to get a Steam machine. But there's still more to come on this, so I will keep you guys posted. But those are the 3 main gaming companies that you have to choose from. So the question is, which one are you feeling more right now? Are you a PlayStation person with that ecosystem being so strong on exclusives? Or are you a Nintendo person that will always give you something fun and unique to do? Or are you gonna save your money and hop to the Steam machine and just try something new because you're pretty sure that Valve is going to deliver something incredible? Ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, say hi, leave a comment. I will answer to it. Thank you as always for watching the video, and have a good Thanksgiving. Yes, today or tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this, it's Thanksgiving. So yes, please have a good Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful day.